Hi, it's Noobs on the Goob. Hi, it's Noobs at the Goop. I'm in Portland, Oregon right now. I'm doing my show at the Portland Center Stage for another week. And so I've been getting a lot of board games up here and playing a lot of solo games. And because of that, I've been exposed over and over on Instagram to an ad for a certain device. And I finally got it. I gave in. And it's this. It's the pickup. This is a little device to pick up cards off the table, and I'll show you exactly why I ended up getting this, because it did start to annoy me. And so, yeah, let's go to the table. Okay, so here's a little fun game I have called Numsters. This is a button shy game. They come in these little wallets. They're nice. This is really good for like traveling, right? And it's a solo game. And I learned that I was playing Numsters incorrectly. Let's see, how do I do this? I gotta shuffle this. And then I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I add the mouth card. So I thought this game was really easy at first. And it turns out I was playing it incorrectly. So here's how it goes. It goes, oops, 2, 3. Oh, the mouth is at the front. So the way this game works is that, and you deal one more. If the mouth card here has 2 sequential numbers on either side of it, the smaller one eats the larger one. You can also switch and move cards around. So, and I think I can only do that once. Can I? You may perform one of the following: move 1 card to another position in the stack, or swap 2 cards in the stack. Oh, I'm already stuck a little bit. But essentially, right now, I can't, with that positioning, move this 1 and this 2 to either side of them. I guess I can move, no, I can't. So I couldn't move 1 card or swap 2 cards to get 2 sequential numbers on either side of the 8. So you would think I'd lost the game. But I haven't, because there are special rules at the bottom of each one. So if I could find a rule here that would apply, I could move this. So I could move this 9 to the head of the line. And this 9 says, single-digit numster eats double-digit numster. So that way, here I've got a 4 and an 18. And so the single-digit numster eats the double-digit numster. These move down. And then if you use a special rule, it goes to the end of the line. So then you rinse and repeat. You add another card here. Now this rule here at the top applies. And so you're trying to basically whittle down through the whole pack of the deck to get all the way to the end. It's actually really more difficult than I thought. At first, I thought it was super easy, because I thought any situation where there's a 2 and a 4, I thought always the smaller number eats the larger number. That I forgot that or didn't see that they have to be sequential. So this game's really fun. It's really cute. There's a lot of cool rules in here. I've actually, playing correctly, I think I've won it once, maybe, and lost quite a few times. So anyway, a situation like this where I'm playing the game, and it is a little annoying to try to like take these cards off. In a game like this, I can always slide them off the end like this, right? That's always on the table. But sometimes you're playing a game where the cards are like this, let's say, like a castle combo or something like that, where you're in a tableau and you've got to remove the center card. And that's really annoying to me. Also, I don't like this feeling of bending the card, or even then, like chipping the edge of it. And I can't do, I could do that, I guess. But anyway, this is where this Instagram ad for this pickup got me. So theoretically, you could just pick it up like that, pick up the card, and hit the button on top, put it in your hand like that. That is the sort of, general use for this. Now, this table that I'm on is very sticky. And I don't mean sticky like surface, like there's gunk on it or anything. I just mean this table is actually so smooth that, and it might just be that it's like, see how the cards are like sliding a little bit? When I push down with this, if I go right in the center, and they tell you this in the tutorial for the pickup, if you push down in the center, it actually this card is like sticking to the table, and that's not. I don't think that's really a function of the pickup. It's a function of this table being so smooth that the table itself is creating a vacuum with the card. In the video, they described this, and I was like, that's definitely not going to happen. And then I started making this video, and it's like, oh, it's already happening with this one, because I haven't actually tried the pickup. So what they suggest is picking it up at the corner, and then the card picks right up like that. Now, the thing that people always freak out about when they see the video is that, like, you see the guy go like this, and then he picks up another one and another one like that. And it's like, how is it actually doing that? Because it's not like the suction is going through from the device through the card. But what they say is that it's because of the surface area that this bottom card is like sticking just because there's no air in there. Probably the same thing that's making the card stick to the table to begin with. So because of this, I was testing it out on a softer surface, like just the carpet or like the sofa, and I was able to pick up more cards, but I think because of the way that bottom table is picking stuff up, yeah, see, it's like, actually, I bet if I go center and get it off the table, I bet this will pick up, yep. So the problem is that picking it up off the center is quite difficult, but you can get multiple cards here. And they stick for a little while and then they fall off. But the point is that you're having it here for enough time to like put it in your hand, you know. So that's regular cards. It works pretty well. I will say that on a neoprene playmat or on a softer surface, it works really well, I've found. And unfortunately, I don't have a neoprene playmat here. I'll take this book, No Straight Road Takes You There, by essays by Rebecca Solnit that I got at Powell's Books. Maybe this will work differently here, will it? Oh, yeah. So, by the way, most of the tables I've played this on in like coffee tables, coffee shops, or board game cafes don't have tables like this smooth. I've never actually had this happen to me where like I couldn't do like that. It was that hard to pick a card off the table. But let's imagine you're playing on this small book. This is just to simulate a more rough surface, I guess. I should be able to get all three of these. Yeah. So I've got all three. They're staying there for quite a while, long enough for you to get them into your hand. So that's regular cards. And then I have some bigger cards as well. And I think when you have sleeved cards generally are not that hard to pick up off of the table. Oh, this is from my new Magic Commander deck that I just bought, Animated Army. I mean, these aren't as hard. Although I don't love grabbing into the opening of a sleeved card. You know what I mean? Like grabbing the open end. That is it feels the easiest to grab because it buckles up. But then I feel like I'm going to grab and chip that card. So, I feel like sleeve cards aren't. The sleeve cards are actually still kind of. If you want to avoid this, putting your fingernail into the opening part, it is like not that easy to pick these up. You have the temptation to do that. Again, in many games, you can't do this without being really annoying if you got a bunch of counters on stuff. So, and this is my left hand, so I'm not as good with my left hand. Oh, we got a little bit of sticking still. Single cards, it works great for single cards, no doubt. Like, this is staying on forever. Really no issue. So you really could just, if you had a sticky table like this, just do this. I don't think it's going to pick up two. Yeah, because a little bit. Back. Picks up the back. Just fine. So it probably depends on your surface. And then lastly, let me just show you a little bit of the solo game I got called Doom Pilgrim. This looks cool as heck. Look at this guy. I'm a giant bat on a hunt. Will it pick these up? It will. They're still sticking. But, again, single cards, it works fine. Will it pick up double? Whew. Let me try the corner technique. Yeah, works okay. I would say that depending on your surface, you're always going to be fine for a single card pickup with this. It works totally fine. I think if your table happens to be like this, I think it is going to be annoying, but I don't really. This is a very unusual situation. There's really no other places I'm going to play that have a weird table like this. I also, if I had a permanent situation, I wouldn't play on a super hard surface like this. I don't think the corner pickup will work with these bigger cards for double pickups. Again, single cards, it works fine. But I will say, if you had a table like this, you shouldn't have this, because there's no way I would get this and be like, I've got to like pick it up. This is so convenient. You know, like, there's no way. I would never do that. Yeah, so I don't know. Again, I'm like, this is why I shouldn't make reviews, because I'm not sure if you should get this or not. I feel like something like this, I'm going to try it a few more times, but I feel a product like this can only justify itself if it never annoys you. If it 1 out of 100 times annoys you, that's maybe tolerable. But if it regularly like has trouble picking up even a single card, like the way it was on the table just now, like if that was my regular gaming situation and on a consistent basis, I was trying to use it, and every other time it was like difficult to pull the card off, then I would be like, no, I don't want to use it. I'll just deal with the annoyance of the other things, because I don't want to add an extra device to my life that is, you know, not making it more convenient. On the other hand, it could be a skill issue. It could be that if I try it 3 more times, eventually I'm just like pop, 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 I'm getting them right. Or it could just be that the surface I'm on, which is not going to be the general surface that I play games on, this particular table is annoying for it. But if I knew that this was like my ongoing board game setup, I would not get this device. Because this device plus these cards plus this table is not a compatible experience. It's not fun at all. So I hope that helps you. I think it's a well-designed device. I think they have good intent. I don't think there's anything they could do about the problem that I'm having on the table, so I don't really fault the product for it. It might just be that in the end, some universal solution for any of these things requires something else that I don't know, that isn't suction maybe. So yeah, with that is the pickup.